Yeah, and if I can remember correctly, Hayabusa was also fielded by KAYUQT in the side lane, and it was a very effective Hayabusa. To add to that, they ran with a Ling Hayabusa, if I'm not mistaken, and it was effective as all hell, as they will be banning out the Kufra, try to limit the choices for Honda Beast as the quote-unquote one of the best tanks we have in the Philippines.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be surprised if we see the X-Borg or the Eudora actually being banned out next year.
Yeah, I think that X-Borg has always been a reliable pick overall, especially when you have the figure armor being up. You could easily just set up some real good dives under the turret, or, you know, choose to go in for some of all these split push. But overall, it's all about that big damage in terms of team fights that you can contribute in there. And we did mention slightly on the Selena. Unfortunately, we'll not be seeing it in the Land of Dawn for game number 1. Final ban coming in for likes of KAYUQT, so there is a few things that they can definitely think about in Moscow. It's going to be axed out this time around. Let's see what Honda will be picked up here. A lot of good choices still up available if they really want to go for, you know, things like the jaw hit, like you mentioned. They could opt to do the same, or even better, KAYUQT is now available for up for grabs, so they could actually go ahead and lock this pick in.
Yeah, this definitely has to be a jawhead pickup here, because if not now, when? It's the prime opportunity for them to at least dwindle down the, you know, to deter any factors here. But Changu is going to be changing it up. We'll be going for a mid lane Mathilda here.
I really do like the Mathilda overall on what it actually brings to the team fights, especially when you go caw using the circling eagle, and you could just knock somebody off of the team fight. And you did mention X-Borg being such a great pick here, and that's what they want for KAYUQT alongside Odive.
And this is a deadly combo. Imagine the real-world manipulation into the last Insanity. That's going to offer up a lot of potential damage outputs there. But they're going to be responding with a Jawhead to flip them away. Flip his teammates away from problems. And the Lancelot will be secured by 30 Gaming as well.
Yeah, and I really do like this sort of the potential for a huge dive to be set by the likes of Honda Beast and Co. So easily they could go in for a certain pick, and that's where they bring the Roger to head into the jungle and, you know, roam around and sniff people out. It's just being a very pesky front line overall, and if you want to actually take down the health bars, it's easily manageable. Now, going to a second phase of picks and bans, we've already seen quite a number of picks going on, but for the likes of the side for the blue team, I don't really think that they have any sort of marksman available just about yet, so they might look at things like, you know, a Claude that can contribute into the AoEs when it comes down to the team fight. Now, Lunok's being banned away, that's one mage being removed, so it's dwindling down the options here for the likes of BINASIC.
Yeah, Oh My Yuri it still has a plethora of heroes to choose from. She's going to be able to handle whatever availability is there, but Claude is going to be banned out, just like what you said. Could be picked up by BINASIC, but they don't want to play against it because of just the sheer amount of AoE damage that's already available with the last Insanity and the real-world manipulation. Could be going for a side laner here, and that is going to be the Chango on the side lane.
Oh, okay.
And there you go. That's the Kaja. That's the Ruby and Salak.
Your team is
oh, wow. I really do love the aggression and the mindset to BINASIC, where they just really want to go really hard on the likes of KAYUQT. But over on the response, we have Nakai that could always bring in the Hurricane Dance to shove them all aside so they could easily disposition the likes of the members. But Rafaela is going to be switching over, and we are going to be seeing perhaps a little bit more of a sustainable sort of the composition that KAYUQT wants to run here, alongside with the Revitalize being picked up. So I guess that they do excel a lot better when it comes down to the extended team fight. Now that you've seen both sides of the compositions being drafted out, Nomad, any thoughts on, you know, who does have the upper hand here for game one?
I mean, I'm just gonna say it outright. Inherently, BINASIC has the upper hand just because of the amount of initiates that they can go for here with the Kaja, with the Jawhead as well. They can. They always like to rotate across the map individually. So you'd see PEIN going to the bottom lane. You'd also see Honda Beast roaming into the top lane to try to look for areas of opportunity. And as soon as they both hit level 4, that's when you will feel that they are a threat together, and they will make opportunities for BINASIC, and that's a threat that KAYUQT has to look out for. BINASIC has the inherent upper hand, but KAYUQT also has the capabilities to cancel that as soon as they hit their level 4 spikes with their ultimates to deter any initiates. But we're gonna drop into the Land of Dawn for the first game of the day in this Best of 3 series between BINASIC and KAYUQT.
Alright, having a real casual setup with each members on their respective lane. No invades whatsoever, but Jawhead's just going to be moving around the map, trying to spot out Roger overall, so maybe Honda might be able to yoink the buff away. Just being a slight nuisance, but Vladimir is going to be all around just to make sure that this Jawhead stays away.
Yeah, but he does get information that he just finished his orange, and you are seeing PEIN flicks already in the purple area to try to deter this Roger from even having a good time, but he's going to be forced back. A lot of forced rotations here by BINASIC to just put them out of the lane, get a little bit more edge in the game as well. Oh, it's a side lane, Kaja.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see how this interaction is going to go between the two of them. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem for Be My Angel to just hold a lane by herself. Early game export will not really be putting all too much. Well, just to correct myself, that was a Kaja on the side lane, like you've mentioned. So KAYUQT is just going to be able to have a little bit of a leeway here, especially with 3 members all being all set. Now, Yuri might just be punished right here.
She is going to be punished, but she's relatively safe under the turret. But with God's Ledge is already level 4, they will go for the dive. But as I say that, they do take down Be My Angel in the process, and Oh My Yuri is going to fall down without a shadow of a doubt onto the hands of Godzi.
Oh wow, what an instant exchange over on the side lanes here. 1-for-1 for the moment. And overall, a very great rotation being brought forward by the likes of KAYUQT. And 30 Gaming has been able to actually get around towards the jungle, and that's where Vladimir gets caught out. Not looking all too good here. And they will have to expand Vladimir for this one. Less than 70. They get the double kill, looking for a triple, but Honda Beast will be able to flicker away.
That was a good response there from KAYUQT, immediately going in towards from the top lane to secure an assist in getting the kill. Yeah, they lose Be My Angel in the process. Vladimir in the process, but doesn't even matter. They get 3 off of that, thanks to the last insanity. And as I say that, the Chanap real world manipulation is deterring everybody from pushing forward. But here comes the Circling Eagle to catch Chanap off guard, but there is not a lot of follow-throughs here. 30 Gaming's not in the zone.
What a sweaty start in the span of 3 minutes overall, and now with KAYUQT with a slight lead, this is going to be a big flip, and he's just like a burger patty being thrown across and absolutely being fried. Now it's for all for BINASIC and KAYUQT.
Man, do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Honda Beast has just been a quite literal beast since the start of the game, getting good ejections all throughout. Every time he goes for a run. And I think they are eyeing out Be My Angel at this point, as soon as this crab goal falls down.
Yeah, and PEIN's just going to be able to secure it without any sort of the hiccups overall. Rafaela alongside with Roger will be coming in to the brush, but Honda Beast will be A-okay. And after all, you do not want to contest alongside with Jawhead. All they want to do is just to secure themselves from any sort of invades. So KAYUQT here still have a little bit of leeway. All they have to do is to make sure that they get some good lane control so that they can contest for the next turtle that's going to be spawning over on the top side of the river. Changu just holding it well over on the mid side all by herself. And judging from the rotation of the Jawhead, this Jawhead is just going to be causing a whole lot of problem, especially over the bottom side. Now Yuri's in trouble.
Yeah, Yuri's going to be forced to fall back, and this is a heavy 4-man presence here in the top lane to just try to secure priority over the turtle. And BINASIC, they're just gonna look for other opportunities to win in the game. They will be forcing the cut here in the bottom lane. I guess they are gonna be looking for a team fight here as well. Honda Beast is lying in wait.
Yeah.
The Turtles get started off by KAYUQT as well.
On this rookie, pretty much ready to actually take them on. Here comes Shingu as well, trying to actually look for a pick, but here comes the Circling Eagle, just knocking on towards the side of Aaron. Will manipulation will absolutely flush them aside, and it will be KAYUQT there, Turtle.
This is what we've been talking about earlier on before the game started. As soon as KAYUQT reaches their level 4 spike, as soon as they have their ultimates, they will be able to prevent any aggression from BINASIC. And they have been doing a really good job just fending off whatever contestants BINASIC is going for, as well as initiations. PEIN and Honda Beast, they need to start work as a duo off guard to even get an opportunity. Toss out Shalab, goes for the Thorn Rose just to get a chip off of that HP.
Yeah, Turkey Gaming playing very aggressively as well. Now, speaking of which, he's going to be looking for that pick against Aaron Cutie. Not going to be able to actually bust down the expert in time, and Changus is going to be on the corner, and this might just be a little bit of a slight misstep, but here comes Romo manipulation, dropping bombs over to Yuri. She has to pop the flicker, and she will be A-okay for the moment. Now, this heavy rotation over the top portion of the map here is going to allow slight room of lead for BINASIC just to try to get a couple of taps, but 1v1, what turns into 1v2, Vladimir now a little bit is off the position, but should be just fine for him to just go in for the retreat.
It's still a stalemate relatively. It's even in the gold, even the turret push. Oh, well, not really the turret push. There's still one turn away as the Divine Judgment connects onto God's Legend, as well as the Circling Eagle. All CCs being thrown out by Chango, Honda Beast, and PEIN to secure that kill on Godsea.
What a great pickup there, especially having that Divine Judgment up available, and the follow-up was just purely magnificent, and BINASIC just getting a slight upper hand, and now they're going to be going in for a Turtle Rush over the bottom side. Now, this shouldn't be any potential for KAYUQT to get anywhere close to contest, so Charlup's just going to be watching over the buff. And Honda B is just making it a little bit more difficult, going for a reset. Later they have to seize now. Big purchase for the likes of Turkey Gaming. And here comes the flicker, and the Divine Judgment pulls them back.
Oh!
Shalab's in trouble, but he gets bursted down instead. Robo manipulation zones him away. And here comes Aaron Cutie. This is making sure that all the flamethrowers are being set into stone, while Turkey Gaming is just trying to shut them back. This is going to be looking to be a little bit difficult for BINASIC to really cover grounds over the mid side.
Yeah, it's looking like BINASIC is having to climb this tall mountain that is the KAYUQT rotation. They're keeping everybody alive as much as possible, and they even got PEIN in the middle of going in for the Divine Judgment as Omayuri goes for that's offensive. Pulls 2, but not really amounting to much, and she's gonna try to keep this turn alive, but with the 4-man present in the top lane, they'll just go for a trade in the mid lane, and Yuri is relatively safe so far for now, but she needs to join in on the team fights.
Yeah, Yuri so far understanding on what she needs to do at the very least to keep herself alive, but I gotta say, the rotation coming from BINASIC has been able to certainly match up, taking down the mid first turret, and Vladimir alongside with Shadow just will be able to get a certain vital information, and now BINASIC definitely has more of a lead when it comes down to the turret goal that they've been able to garner for the past minute. Now, I see that KAYUQT here is trying to hold back for a little bit more because they excel best when it comes down to those big team fights, extended trade. But BINASIC, whenever they pull the trigger, that's where they can easily go and pick somebody up, especially having PEIN to lead the way with the Divine Judgment. Now, with the Turtle all being started up, I guess KAYUQT really wants to go in for this big fight.
Oh, they go for Godsey Legends, but they don't have enough firepower to go through it, and just the sheer amount of damage down the line took down 4 members away from BINASIC. Just 30 Gaming left alive. Beautiful combinations there with the real world manipulation, with the meteor shower, with the last, well, not the last insanity, but with the Lycan Pounds as well from Godsey Legends. This team, KAYUQT, they're looking so different from the earlier parts of the tournament.
Well, I guess they've been keeping themselves that secret sauce overall, and you talk about Mr. Krusty Krabs, well, I guess this is where, you know, it all starts, and, well, they're just being blown to smithereens. BINASIC didn't seem like they have an answer or a response on how overwhelming KAYUQT has been able to pull up in some of the fights.
Another circling eagle being thrown out to take down Chalap. Godsey Legends with the Lycan Pounce onto Omayuri. They're going to be forced back with the meteor shower. Be My Angel force flicker away to just get the angle, but it doesn't amount too much to a kill onto Omayuri. They're going to try to go for KAYUQT here as Chango with just the whiffs, more than enough to bring him down, to bring her down to just an 1/8 of her HP, but it's still not amounting to much.
Yeah, overall, I guess that BINASIC just really have to buy some spacing here for them to actually build up their core items. As we look at the itemization, we've got some of the Tomahawks up. Oh, another pick up there with the Divine Judgment coming from PEIN, and that's where a flag comes right through. KAYUQT tries to look for an opportunity for the last insanity, now popping it over on the beast as well, chasing right through. Aimless over around the other corner, never will be able to survive, but not for PEIN though. He goes down as the export goes unstoppable.
1-for-1 trade, but more important is the pick off from BINASIC onto Godsey Legends. But that was, I honestly feel like that was still a major loss for BINASIC in that team fight. The Lord is up though. They Godsey Legends is just respond. This is a fight for the Lord, and whoever gets this at least gets an inhibitor turret off of this.
Yeah, and maybe they just want to wait for a little bit where you have the Empowered Lord coming right up. So perhaps that will be the perfect ticket for either side to really contest overall. And judging that the fact that there is still many more of these members now being alive, it's going to be a little bit tougher to contest. But Changudo, he may not truly have information, and there goes the pickup.
Oh, gonna be forced to use the circling eagle to buy time, but his teammate's not gonna be there. Wonderful pick off as well. That could have been a crucial circling eagle. Go for the fight. Here comes the conceal from Honda Beast. Gets the ejection onto Vladimir, but Painflex is gonna be bursted out completely by KAYUQT, and now the Lord is up for the taking here for KAYUQT themselves. 30 Gaming and Honda Beast are gonna be forced to back off.
Wow, Shalom was kept alive, man. The Lord almost took down his HP bars. Now, Honda tries to actually stop them from getting the Lord overall, and with a little bit of a swing, this is where the steal goes through! Oh my word! 30 Gaming achieving a 9!
This is the first steal that we've had today, and I feel like we're gonna have more thieves in the land of Dawn here. Beautiful steal. I mean, all things considered, right? If you have a competent Lancelot on your team, you always guarantee the Lord steal from happening. As the Unstoppable Force comes in from On the Beast, no ejection follow-throughs. They are going to be walking with the Lord right now all over to the mid lane, while Omayuri is going to be pushing in the top lane. She's going to do her job, gets a suppress on to Chalap. That's the last insanity being thrown by KAYUQT with the flicker as well to just secure the kill. And here comes the circling eagle. Gets 2 in the process, but they don't have enough damage out there. 30 Gaming needs to join in on the fray, but they're just going to be focusing on objectives here. Honda Beast is being chased down by Godsey Legends, but that is way too far of a reach there as they take down the first inhibitor turret in the game, and Honda Beast still manages to stay out alive.
Wow, the distraction for the split push was beautiful for the likes of BINASIC, but they really throw bodies just to get some of all these objectives, and taking down the turrets is definitely going to be a good sign at the very least. Now that the inhibitor over the top side is being opened up, you have minions crashing in wave after wave, and with that early steal, this is a great recovery overall coming from BINASIC. Although it's only 1,000 of a difference initially, now it's being evened up by KAYUQT. So KAYUQT really have to hold up and make sure that all the ways are being well balanced up before they even consider taking on another fight. Now, the next objective for top side of the map is going to be Lord spawning in a couple more minutes, so any sort of potential pick-offs that happens here may actually impact what's going to be resulting in the next team fight. So it's looking pretty dicey, my friend. What explosive game number 1 overall that we get in this match between the two of them. So Roger so far getting a whole lot of stacks of gold alongside with the expert, and they have been able to really hold up real good, especially with Vladimir keeping them all alive, and they didn't really have to worry all too much to actually hit the fight because they got the immortalities up as well.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like the advantage is going back to BINASIC. Not because of the game state that we have right now, but because of the competitive experience that Honda Beast, Changu, and PEIN has. They can command their team properly in order to, you know, don't mess up, keep their composures up, try to capitalize on the small mistakes that KAYUQT may potentially make. And so far, they're just not pulling the trigger just yet. But as I say that, they do pull the trigger onto Aaron QT. All with that ejection, but they're backing off. They don't want to commit on that.
Okay, hey, that made me worry for a tad bit for the likes of KAYUQT as well. Just face checking some of the bush, and now we're going to span the next minute. We'll see Lord coming back up online. Now, the turnover on the mid side of the inhibitor is just going to be looking a little bit brittle, so they need to make sure that if they really want to pick up a fight here, KAYUQT has to take it real swift and get out of that alive.
And so, with 30 seconds on the Lord, though, that's the important objective that KAYUQT wants to obtain for themselves, and they're getting priority over that. But the threat of a split push from 30 Gaming is still real, though.
Yeah, I gotta say that it's not gonna be all too straightforward when it comes down to the next fight, and it's basically boiling down to how KAYUQT managing to respond whenever anybody gets ejected away with the Unstoppable Force as well, alongside with the Divine Judgments that might just come out of PEIN flicks, especially when he flickers forward. So somebody from KAYUQT most likely will be displaced, and it's all about, you know, going in for that Saving Private Ryan moment. But Yuri now turn over the front lines. Still has the Firaga armor, so he should be fine to actually get himself into safety overall. And just look at how BINASIC is currently taking over control inside the jungle. This is going to be a huge news. Oh! For pickup against my Angel.
A two-man gank on that Chang. Oh. There's like nowhere else to go there. Just the Ring of Order taking them down, and the purple buff also being stolen away by BINASIC. That's going to be huge for Godsey. It's going to be a huge blow to Godsey there. Now they have priority over the turtle, not the turtle, the Lord, as Omayuri and Changu and PEIN Beast and Honda Beast. PEIN and Honda Beast, they're waiting, lying in wait. There is the opportunity to go for the Unstoppable Force. Omayuri just going to dive into the fight. And it's a stalemate. It's a stalemate. It's just a dance here. I'm going to give her a take, but they're going to start off the level 2 Lord right now as we speak. They will get this without any contestants.
Well, with all that sort of back and forth going on, they couldn't really see that clear answer to really take on the full 5 versus 5, but BINASIC, now that they've already had most of all this wave pressure or lining up against the likes of KAYUQT, and they easily get the Lord without any sort of contest, because it's a 4 versus 5 in the last matchup with the likes of Be My Angel being picked off from the real awkward position. So they definitely didn't see that one coming. Now, definitely it is a little bit of signs of concern here. Now that there is no turrets left available over on the top portion of the map, that's where KAYUQT has to send the field troops overall towards that portion of the map. Meanwhile, a split push will be in effect. It's a 4-1 formation being set up here by BINASIC, and this is where they were forced to just hug in real time.
Yeah, and PEIN does have the flicker in, waiting for an opportunity to go for Vladimir or Aaron QT or whoever is going to be picked off here. Just has to be bursted out. Lord's being taken care of in the top lane. Here comes the conceal, the flicker in, the wait, not the wait, the dragon, but the Divine Judgment and the Circling Eagles all going to be thrown down, and they finally take down Godzilla as well. Vladimir going to be forced to use the immortality out there, as KAYUQT is low on HP as well, but they almost take down Hana Beast in the process, and as that's happening, 30 Gaming and PEIN clicks went for the split push while everybody's distracted, and game 1 Ghost